Howdy gamers, Old Gamer Guy here. Welcome to another Stellaris Console Edition video. The galaxy has gotten a bit more crowded in the last few episodes, but the Haven Commonwealth is doing okay for itself so far. We definitely have some ongoing tensions with the Derp Coalition, and the League of Valshow is getting a little bit more tense about us, but we do have, on the bright side, a fairly large planet over here being terraformed. It's going to take another 1,600 days or so to finish, but once it's done, I should get some good resources out of that. I've got a fairly new spaceport over here on this side of my empire. And I decided I should probably go ahead and fortify this area, sort of like I did with Nicor Prime. Nicor Prime, that spaceport has the capability of building some ships, and also I put a military station close by, and I have a fleet parked around that planet, and so all of that combined to help me win a kind of defensive war against the Derp. I just basically played defense, and they just gave up eventually. So I'm going to try to fortify this area of space in a similar way. And it looks like my instincts about that, so far anyway, have been proven correct, because the League of Valshow has just declared me a rival. Things were a little bit tense with them because I closed off my space to them, and they didn't like that, and now they say, let us end this charade. And so, of course, my very mature response to this is to go into my contacts list and call them back on the diplomatic space phone and say, oh yeah, you declare us rivals? Well, we declare you rivals. What do you think about that? And, you know, that will make things worse, of course, but I'll get some extra influence out of that. And then I sort of made a possibly questionable decision here, because I decided, well, what if I end my rivalry with the Derp? Maybe that's a good idea. I really don't think it is a good idea, but at the at the time I thought it was. So I went into my once again picked up the diplomatic space phone and called the Derp and ended that rivalry. It's probably not going to help though, because look at this. The League of Valshow has entered into a defensive pact with the Derp Coalition. So I've got a feeling they're about to team up against me. But as a side effect of ending the rivalry with the Derp, my borders are no longer closed to them, and one of their science ships has come into my space, and this is kind of what made me start thinking that I made a stupid decision, because I don't really want them to get more science and to advance their technology and all that. So I should probably go ahead and close my borders again, at least, if not full on declare them a rival. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that just yet. I'm letting the science ship do its thing for now. But yeah, I've got a feeling that the Derp are going to be attacking from the left, and I think the League of Valshow are going to attack there up in the upper right-hand corner. And speaking of the upper right-hand corner, another ship has entered my space right there next to these things up here. I keep referring to these things as crystalline entities. They are not crystalline entities, but they are dangerous, and they are clustered together like that. But this is a science ship from the autocracy of Nur. They are not unfriendly to me just yet. We have fairly good relations with them, you know. I think just barely on the positive side of neutral. So once again, I was hoping these aliens would attack the science ship, and I wouldn't have to take the blame for it. But no, the science ship has fled. And here's my new fleet. The second strike force, the third strike force is around Nikor. I don't know why I don't have a first strike force. I think it had to do with the way I was combining ships. But anyway, this is going to be my second fleet. And we are slowly building some ships there for that. And because of all these diplomatic tensions escalating, I'm going to go ahead and build another military station here in this same system where my new fleet is taking shape. This system is a little different from Nikor Prime because enemies could enter from a couple of different directions, so I had to decide where the best strategic point was to place that thing. And
Situation log updated.
I finally did that, but what do you know? Another type of alien has made itself known. Very interesting indeed. So, but it shows up as a hostile ship, and it's within my space. And it doesn't look like a ship at all. It looks like some sort of organism. Looks like something you would find swimming around a reef or something on Earth. But whatever, it's in space. We'll investigate. Start a special project to investigate these things and possibly communicate and see what's what. Hopefully they won't be hostile to us as well.
Special project complete.
And as it turned out, they are space amoebas. And so I have the choice of starting a special project to remotely study them, or we could just open fire and try to wipe them out. But I'm trying not to be that type of human. I'm trying to be a good Star Trek-y sort of a human. And so we are going to remotely study the space amoeba.
Updated.
And hopefully that will benefit us in the long run. And it looks like the derp science ship is flying out of our space now, which is good. But I thought I would go ahead before I end this video and I would take a look at my contact list and see, kind of get a good idea of how many are friendly and unfriendly. Looks like we've got 4 unfriendly empires. And everybody else is either friendly or neutral. I can't start a federation just yet, and I have not been invited into a federation. But hopefully one or more of the friendly empires will eventually join up with me, because my 2 closest neighbors, I think, are about to team up against me. So I think this will do it for now. As tensions rise, I'm going to end this video. We'll pick it up right here next time. Thanks for watching.